Okay, nice. So let's take let's revise a little bit. Guys, in this case, I'm having an object. I'm having an object with property name. Okay, nice. So tell me in which block it will go. Anyone else is facing an issue in screen sharing? My voice, screen sharing, anything? Okay, Jatin, just restart. So in this case, what will happen? Suppose I'm having an object. I'm not having a property age as such as right now. Okay, so it will go in if or else. Yeah, Nitin, I'll answer. Okay, so it will go in the else. So what people are doing earlier, they are doing like this. If not equal to undefined or obj dot age is not equal to null, not equal to empty. In if you see earlier application, right? In the when people are using, when they are not aware with this concept of coercion and all, so they are using like this. So they are also using like this. If this is false, they are adding two negations. So in this case as well, it will go in else block, because they are forcefully they're saying just call this boolean coercion. They are saying call this boolean coercion. So these are the approach. So you not need to worry if property is not available. Automatically coercion take care of all these things. Okay. So where were we in the last? So we understood like what is auto boxing. We understood what is number, what is string coercion, what is boolean coercion, what is nan, then is nan, object is number dot nan. Okay, so all these things we are pretty much clear. So the next topic is we have to understand what will happen if we use double equal with objects, like string with objects. Okay, we know if we use undefined null with object, we know it will give you false. Okay, it will give you false. We know this thing. But what will happen in case of number? In case of number with object, what will happen? In case of string with object, what will happen? Okay, in case of boolean with object, what will happen? Object comparison of object, what will happen? So we have a question. We have a remaining part is basically comparison with object. I'll come up with double equal and triple equal. Is having a very slight difference. So if you know how double equal is working, you know how triple equal is working. Okay. So we'll go through the algorithm as well. So if you observe, right, we have a number and we have an object. Are you seeing if and b is an object, we have to convert b to its primitive. So we'll see what is primitive. Okay, so first before getting into the primitive, we have to cover two strings. We have to see what is two string. So let's say if I say two string, let me go through this. So for example, where x is equal to Sunny, then if I console log two string. Just now we have seen, right, two string is not like no primitive value is having a two string function. Okay, x is only having a simple value which is of type string, a primitive value. So how, from where these values are coming? They are coming from autoboxing. Automatically Java behind the scene, they are converting this x to its wrapper object. Wrapper object is was new string. This is of type string, right? So it will convert to its wrapper object. So from wrapper object, this two string is coming. We know this, right? Okay. So what will happen if we do like this? What is two string? So in case of string, number and boolean, string, number and boolean, it will return same value in case of toString. This is clear. In case of string, number and boolean, if we do toString, it will return the same value. Let's try with few things. Let's try with few things. 10 will come. If we do boolean directly, it will not coerce anything directly. Whatever the value is there, you have mentioned in string, number and boolean, it will return in case of toString. Okay, let's see in case of arrays. Let's see what will happen in case of arrays. So when we convert this X to an array, what will happen? It will, let me see, I have mentioned it. So it will convert every element into a string and join with comma. If you see, it will convert every element to a string and join with comma. This is clear. If you see 1, comma 2, comma 3, this is clear, guys. What is happening? So when we convert array, when we use array with two strings, okay, so what will happen? It will convert every element to a strings, every element to a string, then it will convert, add 0. Like, let's try with this. If I'm not wrong, if you see, string converts -0 to 0, string converts -0 to 0. If you observe 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3, it means the definition is like almost correct. Converts every elements into string and join with 0. Let's see what is happening in case of date. Okay, in case of date, in case of date, in case of date, it will give you a current date, because let me do console.log. It will give you a date. It will give you a date, because date object has override this to string. So like they have, what they have done, they have basically, they are giving you a human readable format of date. So in case of date, it will give you a normal human readable, like a normal English date. Okay, so if you see what we have done till now, in case of string, number and boolean, it will give you directly string, number, boolean. In case of array, it will convert every element to a string, then join with comma. Okay, you know, right? Join, what is join? It is like, uh, if I say join with hyphen, it will do like this. Okay, so join, it will join with comma. Then in case of date, it will give you a date in normal readable format. Then we have a function. Let's say what will happen in case of function. In case of function, what will happen? It will give you function definition. It will print the function definition, whatever function. Basically, it will give you a function definition in form of string. This is basically they're returning a string. ToString means it is converting to a string. Okay, so this is another property from function. Let's see what will happen in case of object. In case of object, for example, if you see a is equal to 8, it will give you object. It will give you a string like object. This is what a cheat sheet. I'm showing you the cheat sheet. See, if I'll tell you the quizzes. Okay, I'll tell you some different quizzes. Then you'll think why it's happening. It is converting to a string. Why it is converting to a object? Why it is converting to an, like, join with comma. So I'm just giving you all variations of two strings. Basically, you can consider this as a cheat sheet. So in case of objects, right, this will give you an object. What else? Yeah, so in case of, suppose I'm having a regular, I'm having a regular expressions. Okay, for example, I'm having a regular expression. So in case of regular expression, if you do two strings, right, it will give you the exact pattern whatever you have assigned. So this is basically like two string functionality. So what Bharat is saying, can we get the code of inbuilt function using two string? Inbuilt function of what? We're saying uh, string dot to One second. Something like this, right? You will not get native code. Maybe they have prevented it. You can prevent it also, right? With the help of some, like, if I say, you know, design patterns, right? We have design patterns, right? Like singleton. We can prevent. We can create a private instance as well. We can expose only public variables. There are so many approaches. I'll tell you in objects when we are going to convert, like, cover objects, right? So when at that time we'll cover. Okay. So how to create a private thing. So this is an object. So this is clear. So once again, string number in boolean will return same as it is. Array will convert every element and join with comma. Date will give you the human readable format. Function as it is, the function definition. It will not execute directly the function definition. Okay. Object, it will give you a string like object. Then regular expression same. Similarly, we have a value of. What is value of? It converts wrapper objects to its primitive type. Let's see what is wrapper object. If I say where x is equal to Sunny, what will be the wrapper object of string? We can write like this also, right? String. One second, guys. Yeah. So this is same, right? This is a string and we have a wrapper object of string. So what will happen? I'm saying value of will convert wrapper objects to its primitive type. So what is the primitive value of this wrapper object? Primitive value is Sunny. So how we can get it? We can get it using x dot value of. Are you getting it? So if I want some I'm having some wrapper object and I want that primitive value. We can get using value of. It's a vice versa. Okay. We can convert using new string, right? If I want a primitive value, we can get using value of. So in case of string, we can get like this. Suppose we have a number where x equal to number 10, then x, if you print x, right, it will give you like this. Let's say if I print x, right, we do like this, we are getting an object. We want a primitive value. Primitive value, what? Primitive values are number, string, and boolean. Normal values. Okay. So these are the wrapper object when we use a new keyword to invoke the constructor. So with the value of, we'll get the primitive values. Similarly, in case of number as well. Number, we can get primitive value using value of. We'll get 10. In case of boolean, we'll get the same thing. Boolean true. In case of normal printing, with value of, we'll get directly the value. Let's see what will happen in case of date object. In case of date object, right? In case of date object, we'll get the timestamp. But when we print x, we'll get the time. Okay, so value of will give you the timestamp. This is a timestamp which we use to calculate the time zone and everything. Okay, so value of will give you the time zone, timestamp basically. Okay, so these are the pretty much thing. And array functions an object. In case of value of, will be the same value. Let's say some function. We have function. Okay, console.log x dot value of, it will give you the same thing. Function. It will return the function. Okay, and in case of object, it will give you the same object. What else? In case of arrays, it will return you the same array. So it is not doing like, it is not removing the brackets. It is like same thing in case of arrays, functions and objects. So there were two things. There were two things, value of and sorry, string, to string and value of. See, do two things are there, to string and value of. So let's say why these two things are important. Why I said like we need this before getting into the double equal with objects. Let's let's see. So we have conversion rule. We have some conversion rule. So for example, we have some conversion rule. Let me do there. This to string and value of is clear, right? See, I know it will be very difficult to learn by seeing it, right? You need to do practice. So just tell me you got the concept or not. What is to string and what is value of? We know, we'll see like when to use and why to use. Okay. So for example, I'm having console.log. Let's say what will be the output in this case. So tell me, what is the operand A? It's an object. Operand B is an object. Okay, let's see the chart. Let's see the chart. By right now, I'm going to show you the chart, how to read it. Object and object. What will happen if the type is same? If the type is same, directly we'll do triple equal, right? Automatically we'll do triple equal. Okay, so and we know this thing, and we know this thing. Objects can, we cannot compare objects, right? We cannot compare object like this. So it will always give you false, because double equal or triple equal in case of objects, it matches the reference address. So for example, x is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. If we do like this, x double equal to x, it will give you true because the address is same. In case of objects, it matches the address. In case of, if both are object, if both are object, it matches the address. In this case, what will be the output? In this case, what will be the output? In this case, it will be false. Okay, because address of this array is different, address of this x is different. So if we do x, then it will give me true. Okay, okay, because we have the address same, it matches the address. So in case of, tell me one thing, what will be the output in this case? Why true? Let's see why true. Okay, so we have, this is string, this is object. Okay, this is the string and this is object. Let's go to the chart. We have a string and we have an object. Do we need to convert anything to A, which we are having string? Do we need to convert? No. We have an object B, we have to convert to a primitive. Okay, so we have rule, we have a rule, we have a rule means, we have a rule means if you want to convert object to string, if you want to convert object to a string, first apply to string, then apply value of. Let's say first apply to string, then apply value of. Okay, so what we have done, we have applied to string, then we have applied value of to the result value. So what is the string? We got 1 2 3, and 1 2 3 is double equal to 1 2 3. Okay, so as soon as we see, it will give you true. Nice, you missed my talk. So what is dollar underscore? For example, dollar underscore will give you the last computed value. So for example, when you suppose 10 plus 10, it is giving you 20, right? So dollar underscore will give you the last computed value. Last computed value. Okay, so what I have done at that time, I have done I have done like this. Instead of copying it, I have used dollar underscore dot value of. Okay, this is clear. String in case of string and object. String and object. Even if you want, you can use like this as well. That's not an issue. That this is the same thing. 1 comma 2 comma 3. This is true. Okay, so in case of object to string, let's see the chart again. String and object, we have to convert that object to a primitive. Primitive means whatever is the second type of like operand a type. So object to string. Okay, let's see another thing. We have 0 equal to, let's say, boolean, right? I missed number. Let's go to the number. Tell me the output, guys. In this case, what will happen? Go step by step. Go step by step. This is number. This is object, right? Let's go to the chart. Number and object. Number will be as it is. Number will be as it is. Object will convert to number. Okay. So we have a rule. We have a rule. Object to a number. We'll first find out value of, then toString. Okay. First value of, then toString. If you see array of 5 dot value of will give you same output, because array object and function in case of value of will return the same thing. Okay, then in the same thing to string. So tell me 5 equal to string of 5. Okay, 5 equal to string of 5. This is same, right? Again we got 5 and string. Now automatically we know number and string. Automatically we can do it. This is clear. You got the concept. Guys, this is the toughest part which I am explaining you. That's why I have taken a gap. So let's say a different example. 0 empty array. Is this true? See, people are saying empty array is equivalent to 0, then they'll say empty array is equivalent to false. We'll see. We'll see all these things. Okay, we'll go by logic. We'll not do hit and try. We'll go by logic. Operand a is number and object. We'll not touch anything to 0 because of the rule. Because of the rule, this one, number and object. We'll convert object to its primitive. So object to number is what? Where is the rule? Object to number is what? First value of, then string. Let's do it. Empty array dot value of, then to string. What we are getting? We are getting an empty string. And what if we convert empty string to a number? What will happen? If we convert empty string to a number, we have seen, right? It will give 0, and 0 is equivalent to 0. This is clear. Right, great. What will happen? Let me run it. It will give it true. What will happen in this case? Minus 0 is double equal to empty array. Again, same process. This is a number, we will not touch it. Array dot value of, then to string. Empty string, then number of empty string. Minus 0 equal to 0. We know this is true even in triple equals. Why we convert to number? Because we need, right? We have the chart. See, we cannot compare anything with the objects. That's why we are converting it to its primitive. Then we got number string, so that we will get the easy primitives. Like from non-primitive to, we first come to primitives like number to object, then we'll go for number to string. Okay, so we have to convert. It's a recursive thing until we are not getting an error. It will only stop until we are not getting an error. We'll come to the algorithm. I'll come to the algorithm. Don't worry. This is clear. If I say it's not higher priority, if you see, right, if you see everywhere we are converting it to number, it's a higher priority, right? Number is having a higher priority. Have you seen anywhere we are converting end result with to a string or to a boolean? No, right? Even if boolean is there, you are converting it to string, right? We are converting both to a number. So number is having higher priority. This is clear, guys. This will be tough initially. If you're getting the concept, then after 1 or 2 days of practice, you will be master of this coercion, auto boxing, and everything in double equal and triple equal. If someone is going to ask you what is double equal and triple equal, you know the perfect definition. Okay, so let's move. We have a number, right? Let's see this. In case of this, what will happen? We have a string, we have an object. String will not touch. According to the graph, string and object will leave this string. We have to convert object to a primitive. Primitive means number, string, or boolean. Either convert it to a number or string or a boolean. Okay. So in case of this empty array, we know empty array. Second. Yeah, we know empty array is what? A string. When we convert value. So in this case, what will happen? String and object. Let's see the rule, conversion rule. Object to string, right? So first to string, then value of. First to string, then value of. So we are getting empty string. Empty string is equal to empty string. This is clear. So this will give you true. Okay. Let's move to. So how to remember? This is what a trick I got recently. So, so what number, when you convert number, right? Why I'm saying this? If you observe, if I'm saying convert to a number. Why I'm saying first it will convert value of it will convert value of, because let's say we have an object, okay, and I overrided both the methods. To string and value of. Let's see in this case what property they are calling first. What number function they are calling? They're calling value of. That's why we are getting 1. In case of number function, in case of number coercion, they're calling value of first. If you see, if you run it, right, if you run it, we'll get 1. In case of string, we'll get 2, because in case of string conversion, right, they're first calling to string. This is clear. So if you forgot this rule, right, just override the method and see. So how to explain this? Let's say I'm saying this is a conversion rule. I said this is a conversion rule. If you want to convert object to a string, right, array is an object. String, then value of. In case of number, if you want object to a number, I'm saying first convert value of, then to string. On what basis I'm saying it? Because when you see number, right? If you pass anything to this number function, right, it is calling value of first. It is calling value of first. If you observe, this one is coming because value of they are calling. I have override the function. If you observed, I have override the function. Let's say better understanding. Where x is equal to this one. In case of toString, if you see, in case of sorry, in case of toString, right, what object is giving us? In case of toString, object. It is giving us object. We have just seen, right, the rule. If you convert toString with an object, it will give you an object. So if I want toString as a local variable, toString, if I say something like this is a function, guys, arrow functions. Hey, it will give you hey. It will not call toString of its parent. It will call this one local variable. So the same example I'm saying, automatically this is string function. They are calling toString. They are calling toString. So I have overridden to. Why I have done this? Because I wanted to know which function they are calling first, value of or toString. So in case of string, they are calling this toString. So if you see, 2 is coming. In case of number, 1 is coming. How many of you got this idea? First tell me this. Guys, I'm not able to see your chat. 50-50. Okay. So this is, see, guys, just memorize this rule first. I'll tell you. Just memorize this rule. Okay. If you want to convert object to a string, first convert it to a toString, then value of. If you want convert object to a number, first convert value of, then toString. I'm just explaining you the internal functionality. I've just created a mock object. I wanted to know if we pass an object to a number. If I'm converting object to a number, then what function they are calling first? They're calling value of. This value of. In case of string, they're calling toString first. That's why 2 is coming. So I have mocked it. I have mocked the data. It's simple. It's simple. I have just mocked it. Don't worry about all these things. If you are confused, this is not that important. So this is the thing. Okay, let's do one by one. One quiz at a time. So for example, I'm having this thing. Can we compare function to a function? This is also an object, right? If I say it's an object, so what will be the output in this case? False. Okay, Gopal. What are they saying? False. Guys, answer. If you are stuck somewhere, let me know. 4 true, almost 4 false. True. Okay, we'll see. First of all, this is an object, right? Both are object. If we say, we know a function, but behind the scene it's an object, non-primitive. If I say in a simple language, non-primitive, right? So in case of non-primitive, when both types are same, right now types are same, coercion is not going to happen if types are same. If you see the chart, right? If you see the chart, whenever both types are same, coercion is not happening. Whenever types are same, coercion is not happening. Whenever types are same, boolean to boolean, coercion is not happening. Whenever object to object is comparing, coercion is not happening. Coercion means conversion. Same in case of this. In case of this, coercion is not going to happen, and it will match reference. Okay, because reference, because it's a non-primitive type, so it will give false. Same as arrays. Same as arrays. Go step by step. Go step by step. It's not about true and false. It's about the concept. We have a string, we have an object. Let's see the chart. We have a string, we have an object. String, leave it as it is. Object, convert it to its primitive. When we do object to string, see the chart. Object to string, then value of. Okay, let's do toString to a function. I have also mentioned, if you want to do toString to a function, what will happen? It will return the function definition. It will give you the function definition. Okay, so if we see in case of object to a string, then value of. ToString, then value of. It will give you this, and this is equivalent to this. So conversion is only going to happen when the types are different. If the types are same, coercion will not happen. That's why function is equal to function is false, and with the string it is true. This is clear, guys. Guys, if you see this quiz before the session, right, you'll say what the heck is going on, like why it is equivalent to function. But if you're not familiar with the coercion concept, then no one can teach these things without coercion and without the double equal and triple equal. If I say triple equal, what will happen now? False. Why false? The reason is why false. Now the definition comes. Why false? Because these two are not equal. The type of this is string, type of this is function, like an object. Okay, both types are different. It's not about the data type, Shivam. In definition, they have said like this: if types are not same, return false. That is true. But if you see, if triple equal is there, will not do coercion. In case of triple equal, we will not do coercion. Are you getting it? We'll not see that chart. We'll just see the type first. That's it. This chart is for double equals. Triple equal is straightforward. You don't need to convert anything. If types are not same, return it false. If type is not same, return it false. This is clear. Why it is giving false? If I run it, if it is giving false in case of triple equals, because in triple equal, coercion is not happening. We are not doing coercion. JavaScript is not doing coercion. Okay, we'll see the algorithm. It will be more clear at that time. So let's see another thing. We see this, right? Then array, we cannot compare array. We can compare like this. Okay, let's see. We have seen this, right? Array will be false, but array 0 because of coercion. Number and object, this will turn it to 0. This will turn it to double quotes. So false, true, true. Okay, same thing. Let's see this interesting one. Guys, output. We know with 0, it is giving me true. In case of this, it is giving me, so both 0 and empty string are falsy values. What will happen in case of false? What will happen in case of false? Let's run it. It is true. How? Let's see how. If you remember, this is converting it to zero or double quotes, not to false. If you see the chart, right? Boolean and object. Let's see the chart. Boolean and object. If you see type A, we are converting it to a number. And this primitive. What is false? Zero. Zero is equal to zero. Zero. You can say double quotes, but again we are going to convert it to a number. This is clear, right? This is clear, guys. Okay. Let's see the remaining quiz. Again, we have seen minus zero will also work. Okay. Let's see this. What will happen in this case? What will happen in this case? Guys, don't be hurry, just think of it. Number with object. Object will convert first. Object to a number will what? Object will do value of first. Then to string. True, false, Manjot. Okay. True, false. Let's run it. We are getting false. Be there. Sorry. Let's see the chart. Number with object. Okay. Number with object. Number with object. First we'll convert object to, we'll see object to number. First we'll do value of, then to string. Okay. First value of same, it will come same because of array, then to string. What we are getting? True in string format. Okay, true in string format. Just convert this string to a number and n. Right, Bharat? Right, Manjot? Very nice. So 1 is equal to nan. Guys, false, right? So if I'm saying this true is equal to nan, right? But we cannot compare with nan. So what we can do, if we do is nan, what will be the output? What will be the output in this case? If I'm saying array of true, when we convert this to a number, it should be nan. True. Guys, are you able to relate why I teach you is nan concept, why I teach you to string, to value of, why I'm explaining string, number and boolean conversion initially, why I'm explaining primitive and non-primitive, why before primitive and non-primitive, why I'm explaining auto boxing, because of the coercion. So all these concepts, right, it's like a chain. If you don't know the coercion, you are not able to understand double equal and triple equal. If you are not able to understand double equal, you are not able to understand triple equal. So there is a chain. That's why I said like this topic is important to be like I want to finish today, because in the next week, right, it will be very difficult to relate. So this is the trick. Okay, let's see the another one. Yeah, this one. This is very interesting. Again, whatever topic I have explained today, right, this will help you. What will be the output in this? Go step by step. We have a unary operator. Array is a falsy value. If we negate it, what will come? true. Okay, we have true. Boolean and array. Boolean and array. What will happen? Boolean and array. What will happen? Both will convert to Boolean will convert to new to number, and this will convert to object to a number. Guys, wait. It's not false. See, true is coming. Wait. Let's do step by step. We have this thing. Okay. What we have this thing. Step one. First, we'll solve unary operator. Unary operator will force Boolean conversion. Okay. What will happen? It will give you false. This is a falsy value. In this case, true. Now, this object will convert to 0, and true will convert to, sorry. Yeah. True will convert to, one second. Miss something. False, right? True. Oh, sorry. Empty array is true. Yeah. So empty array is true, right? It's not a falsy value. Sorry, I thought with double quotes. So empty array it's not a falsy value, right? So false, if this will give you true, then false. False will convert to 0. This will convert to 0 by two string and two value. We have just seen, right, that empty arrays value of and two string will give you empty string. Then number of empty string, we know it's 0. This is clear. That's why it is giving you true. That's why it is giving you true. This is clear, guys. Next, what will happen in this case? What will happen in this case? True. Why true? Concept is important. Let's see the algorithm. We have a rule. Just focus on the note one. Single quotes, double quotes. No. It's not because of reference, guys. Not because of reference. Two objects are not similar. No. Oh, I thought you catched it. No. Let's come back. Yes, Manjot. Almost all. Yes, you are correct, Manjot. Right. So let's see some rules. When you add some string operation with this, either like empty code plus a is equal to empty code plus b, like it will do like yeah. So this a is going to convert to a string. Okay. If we have just seen, right, implicit string comparison, like coercion. In case of plus a, it will force numeric comparison. In case of negation, it will force Boolean. A not equal to B is equivalent to not A equal to B. This is the rule for this quiz. And A equal to B is equivalent to B equal to A. This, like, till this we wanted to know. Then in new string, A is equal to A and A is equal to new string. See, both are true because of the value of thing. So again, same thing. New string A and new string A cannot be equal because of the reference behavior, non-primitive. Okay. So let's come back. In case of this, what will happen? We have like this. How we can write this? We can write negation of two array cannot be same. then true. This is just the steps. We cannot say if they both are not equal, it means true. That is not the exact reason. This is the reason. Guys, got it? Okay. Let's move forward to, yeah. If I say, what will be the output of this? Null equal to 0. Right? Null equal to 0 false. Is null greater than 0? False. Is null less than 0? False. Guys, output. Why? Reason, guys? Because of the coercion property. We'll convert null to number. If we convert null to number, it will give you 0. So if you see, true is coming. Even in this case, if you do null is less than, true. Why coercion does not take place in case of null? Very nice question. See the double equal rule. Null cannot be compared with number. That is not double equal. That is greater than equal to. I'm just waiting for this question, Jatin. Thanks for asking. That rule is only for greater than, sorry, double equal. In case of double equal, null will always give false, but that is the greater than, and 0 greater than 0, get 0 less than 0 is always be false. Clear? So 0 greater than equal to 0 is true because it lies in equal to state. So this is clear. Oh, 5. Okay. Yeah, I think there were multiple approaches. Yeah, you can do something like this as well. But this is the wrong answer. We cannot. Yeah, we can do like this. Yeah, this is the right thing. We have to split, right? Because we are converting only in case of greater than and less than, not in case of double equal. So this is clear, guys. Till here, double equal and triple equal. So whatever snippets I have added, right, just try with the triple equal as well. In triple equal, type conversion is not going to happen. Let's see the algorithm. So we have an algorithm. Okay, let's see what will happen in case of triple equal. If type of x is different from type of y, return false. We know, right? Triple equal checks type first. Triple equal checks type first. This is clear. Okay, but they are also not doing coercion. They are not doing coercion anywhere. If undefined, return true, because the type of undefined is undefined only in case of undefined, not everywhere else. Okay, if type of null, if x is null, return true, because another one also will be null only. Okay, in case of number, if nan is there, is if x is nan, return false. If y is nan, return false. That's why we are not able to compare nan with nan, because they have mentioned in the algorithm. Getting it? If x is same as number as y, return true. If both number are same, return it true. If both number are same, return it true. If x is plus 0, y is minus 0, return true. If x is minus 0, y is plus 0, return true. That's why 0 double equal to minus 0 or 0 triple equal to minus 0. It is giving you true because of the algorithm. But these cases, these two lines have been taken care in same value algorithm. It will give you false. If you remember same value algorithm, just now we have seen in the morning. If x is plus 0 and minus 0, return false. This algorithm is pretty much similar to triple equal, but they have taken care of these three things. NaN are NaN, it will give you true. If both are, if anything like plus 0 and minus 0, return false. Plus 0 minus 0 plus 0, return false. Otherwise it is same as triple equal. So if this is a string, both are string, match the value. If characters, sequence of characters are same, return true, otherwise false. In case of boolean, if both are true, return true. If both are false, return true. Right? Otherwise false. If both are true or false, return true, otherwise false. So these are the pretty much algorithm. So they have said the algorithm differs from same value algorithm in the treatment of signed 0 and nan. Signed zeros, minus 0 and 0 and nans. So this algorithm is very much similar to same algorithm, same value algorithm. This is clear, guys. Okay. Let's see what is the difference between double equal and triple equal. Just notice, guys. Double equal is not having anything instead of coercion. Just see, just from 1 to f till f, right? Just focus. These algorithms are mentioned here. If type is same, they are doing everything whatever triple equal is doing. Just observe till here, till first point, they are doing everything of triple equal. If value is same, if type is same, then perform triple equal. If type is same, perform triple equal. They have mentioned in earlier docs like perform triple equal. Now they have added the algorithm, exact algorithm. If you observed in the chart, if types are same, if string, we are doing triple equal, not double equal. This is clear. In case of double equal, if types are same, it will perform directly triple equal. Let's see the other variations. Okay, other variations are what? If x is null and y is undefined, return true. We know, right? We know the chart, right? True. Just see the algorithm. If x is null, y is undefined, return true. If x is undefined, y is null, return true. Okay. If we have x is number, y is string, convert string to a number, then perform comparison. Got it? If number and string, convert string to a number. If string and number, convert string to a number. We are converting number to a x. If boolean, convert. If x is boolean, convert number. Boolean to x. If y is boolean, perform boolean to y. If string or number, comparing with object, perform two primitives. So this is what I have just explained you from chart. If it comes, if it is not lying in ninth step, return false. It means something is wrong. It is not matching with the algorithm. Guys, are you with me? Okay. Great. So that's all, guys. You got the idea about double equal, triple equal, coercion algorithm, same value, object dot is man, number dot is n. Today we have learned, I think, so many things.